Hey, who you with right now?
Hey, money, hey, money, hey, money.
Crocodile seats in the cut, count dollars. Word round town, little nigga been a problem. Little dog chillin' in the room full of monsters. Tell the chef, please, don't be stingy with the pasta. Sangria wine, cracking shells on the lobster. Shorty bad as hell, sending props to a doctor. Nigga been away, got the boat steady rockin'. What they on now? I just been here chillin', niggas on die. Yo, what it is, what it ain't, what it do, what it don't. It's your boy, Epic Ruffin.
You heard me, you already know. Major way or no way, it's your host, Ree Major.
And this is What's the Word podcast.
Yep.
Feel me! Haha, what it is, man.
Welcome back, man. Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Back. We took a little break for a little
Took
minute.
a little break, you know what I'm saying? My dog fresh out of Texas.
Yes, sir.
Before we get into this, man, tell me what them Texas vibes is like, man. You know, I see every day I see Texas, Houston, Dallas, wherever, it don't matter. I see Texas everywhere on the book.
What I think I gotta redo Dallas. You know what I mean? It was giving Florida. You know what I mean? Nothing too crazy. I'm used to going to like West Coast. So to be going somewhere in the South like that, maybe my expectations was a little bit too high. Not saying that it was terrible. I mean, they got a huge mall.
Right.
I think it's like 3 levels to that mall down there in Dallas. I don't even think we covered the whole thing.
Yeah.
The vibes was good. I think the best vibes were on their like on their brunch Sundays. They got a little area down there. I think it's called Deep Ellum or something like that. Man, it look like Super Sunday out there on every street, and it's midday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, this is where it's at. You know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely think I gotta do it again. And then a lot of people say like for like the real lit spots, you got to go to Houston. You know what I mean? They say Dallas got some spots. They got some strip clubs or whatever. We ain't hit none of that. We ain't get a chance to hit none of that while I was down there. But I think the next time I do Texas, I'm going to do Houston.
Yeah, Houston is definitely where it's at. Yeah. That's where I be seeing everybody.
It was dope. It was a nice little getaway. It was a nice little vibe. You know what I mean? It was experience. That was actually my first time flying alone.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think once I got that little...
nervousness,
nervous out the way of flying by yourself.
hesitations.
You know what I mean? Like it's over with now.
Word.
You know what I mean? Pretty much I can go anywhere now. So,
Right.
But yeah, it was cool. Like I say, next time it's definitely gonna be Houston.
Shout out, most definitely.
Definitely gonna be Houston.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? We just wrapped up the Mahalia Jackson play. Shout out to D-Land for coming out real strong for Mother's Day.
Shout out to them.
Shout out them, man. Sold out show. That was crazy. Shout out to Lavaria. Shout out to the whole team, the cast. And
did the thing, man. We saw the little clips, man.
Man, it was deep. It was deep. Yeah. And we're coming back June 25th. We're coming back to D-Land and doing that bad boy once again for an encore presentation.
Yeah, and
spinning the block.
Yeah, and the people said we ain't go too far into detail as far as like introducing ourselves that first show, but if the people don't know, like this guy right here, he's X. You know what I mean? Like he acts. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Whether it's skits, funny skits, whether it's seriousness, whether it's
on screen, on stage.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
we see you. We've been seeing you all over social media doing that. You do your thing, man.
It's
So shout out to you for that. You know what I mean? And I see y'all show about to take off and do some other big things and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, it's
commendable.
It's real crazy right now. We trying to really like get a grasp of everything right now because we didn't. Of course, it's expectations, but the expectations is. Right now, it's super far, but yeah. So shout out to D-Land though for bringing us back for another presentation of that, and keep y'all posted.
When is that?
That's June 25th. That's on a Sunday. That's on a Sunday at 7:30. Okay. Don't quote me on that. I double tap on that, but it's 7 to 7:30 for the showtime. Okay. And yeah, man. But come through, bring your moms. It's one of them productions, man, where like your mom or your grandma can really appreciate it because it goes into that time.
Absolutely.
And it taps into them messages, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's one of them. But for sure. So that's how we've been going.
Most
you know, been doing some ventures, you know what I'm saying? But we back, episode 2, and boy, it's a lot of shit to talk about. You feel me? It's a lot of shit to dive into.
So we want to start. You say you want to start on music?
Yeah. Might as well, you know.
Well, before we even go into the music, I want to start off with Tina Turner thing.
Let's do that.
Let's go ahead and say R.I.P. to the beautiful Miss Tina Turner. I wrote down some facts about her too, just to
for sure
shine some light on her. Of course, she died at the age of 83. They Say of Natural Causes on May 24th. She had 10 studio albums. That's including the 1993 What's Love Got to Do With It that we all love.
Love for sure.
She had a lot of awards and achievements. I know in 1967, she was the first black artist and first female on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Wow.
That's pretty dope.
That's big.
You know what I mean?
That's really big.
Yeah, so she was inducted into the a few Hall of Fames. In 2014, she was inducted into the Soul Music Hall of Fame. 2015, she was inducted into the St. Louis Classic Rock Hall of Fame. All that good stuff. But yeah, she got a lot of more awards and accolades and things like that, but that definitely came as a shocker. But shout out to her. She had a real notable life. Life full of achievement. She did her thing, and definitely want to say rest in peace to Tina Turner.
Yeah, it's what people like tend to miss is like how big she was, right? Because we so focus on the movie, which is a cultural classic to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we forget how like gigantic this lady was on the music level and just on iconic modes. You know what I'm saying? I was watching this this clip of her doing this stadium concert, and she had like this I don't even know what to call it, but she had like this thing that was making her able to go above the crowd.
Okay.
She's like 100 feet in the air.
Okay.
You know what I mean? On this little bridge thing that she's walking over the crowd.
Okay.
And she just, I'm talking about, and serving
Hitting
at
it.
50 years old at then. And this is like 100,000 seat. You know what I'm saying? And serving. And I just think we just forget how iconic she was. Rolling Stone is like,
man, I don't think the talent ever go nowhere. I don't care
Never.
how old you are. It never goes away.
And we see Bruce Springsteen, we see these guys, man, 50, 60 years old, still stadium status. Like I say, like you say, the talent never goes away. The passion for what we do
And that's
never
what
goes
it
away.
is. Yeah, that's what it is, having that passion for
Facts.
it, man. As long as you keep that passion for it. And I think those icons like that, the passion never goes away.
Yeah, it doesn't.
When you're on icon status like that, Diana Ross, Tina Turner, Michael Jackson, you know what I mean? Like that's never gonna go away.
And speaking of Diana Ross, I think people what's so crazy about Tina Turner, right? What adds to her iconic status is at that time, Motown was such a big force. You had the Supremes, you had Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, you had all these iconic women groups that Barry Gordon was setting up as class acts. You know what I'm saying? They had the etiquette courses, all this stuff that Barry Gordy had lined up for them to be classy ladies. Right. So you seen long dresses and minks and stuff like that, right? But Tina came in and kind of rocked the scale a little bit with the short dresses and the arms being out, little cleavage showing, dancing crazy, rock style. So she really like veered the culture really heavy and brung sexuality to another level in to the women's movement and music for sure. Yeah. So shout out to Tina, man, for just being an icon. Yeah. We love you. And definitely I know your family's gonna miss you. Your fans that truly, truly love you are definitely gonna miss you. We gonna miss you.
Definitely.
For sure.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Tina Turner. All right.
So let's get into this new music, man. That's what I've been waiting on, man.
Yeah.
I've been tapped into Durk.
Well, hold on. Start at the beginning. Let the people know who don't know. Durk just dropped an album.
Okay, so all right. Let's just talk about new music, period. Because there's a plethora of artists that have dropped some new vibes. Shout out to K Camp. I'm a big K Camp fan. Brother. Man, your little comeback. Kodak drop.
I ain't had a chance to listen to his, but
he disappointed me, man.
I haven't had
But you know what's crazy? The Don, I just watched that Don short film he dropped. I watched that last night. And when people do the movies and they put the songs together with the movie, it kind of make the album make sense. So I understand the rollout now a little bit more better when I watched the film. Yeah. And it did make me understand a few records, because there are records that are like totally left. Like it's like, wow,
I haven't heard it yet.
Not
so
understanding why would you do that.
I have to listen to his. I was trying to get through Durk's, but we can back it on up to the Durk convo. I want to hear your opinion on what.
Well, to add to the more new music, we have to, without talking about Durk, and I hate to do it, but we got to. We can't talk about Durk without bringing that, of course, Youngboy. And I feel like these two guys right now however they're trying to fuel whatever they're trying to fuel for either sales, for views, for whatever it is. I think we just need to appreciate whatever they're trying to do, cool, but tap into the music because, man, these guys are really dropping some crazy projects. Like that Richest Op.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Youngboy tapped back into that New Orleans vibes with the organs. He really went back to the essence and really brought that energy back to when we kind of first fell in love with him.
Yeah, and I'm not even really like a super Youngboy fan like everybody is, but I do enjoy his music. And I think, well, they say Youngboy music can kind of be hard to, hard on the ear sometimes because he comes with that same cadence, that same level, that same intensity every time. But I actually sat there and I listened to his latest drop, and I skimmed through it, and the Richest Op and all that. But like you said, I felt like it took us back to that old Youngboy. Yeah, the old Youngboy, and I messed with it. I definitely messed with that album from him.
Definitely on the musical scale, he approached different ranges and went different places, and of course was able to speak about different things, and that kind of showed to where he's at lyrically, because in rap, when you drop as constantly as he drops, you kind of go on a writer's block stage. Right. So to hear him kind of project new vibes and new lyrics and new messages was kind of cool.
Well, hell, if you ducked off in the mountains for forever, you better come with something.
You better come with something. I ain't lying. You're recording every day. Yeah. Most definitely.
Rejuvenated.
But along with Youngboy, along with K Camp, along with all these great artists, we've been waiting on this drop, I think, for a long time. Literally since the last drop. When he dropped the last time, it was good. It came and it kind of left a little bit. He went on the road with that drop a little bit too. But this drop right here is insane. And if you don't know who we're talking about Lil Durk. Durkio, Schmirkio.
Durkio.
Yeah, 300's on.
Did you get through the whole album?
I listened to the whole album about twice.
I got through about 11 tracks. I got halfway through it. Got through about 11 tracks. I'm gonna let you go ahead and say your take on it and what you think about it, and then I might.
Well, my take
sound like you got a different take than what I got.
My take is different because I'm not a long listener of Durk, so I haven't really tapped into Durk a long time. Like as of recent, this has been the most I ever been rocking with bro. You know what I'm saying? As far as like in listening to him on features, because that's what I'm on too. I like to hear what the guy that everybody likes. I like to hear what they can do on other people's records. Right. You have to show me more than, okay, your songs are cool. I see why they like you, but give me more of why they need to love you. You know what I'm saying? So him, 21 Savage, those two guys, I think, went on that run to impress me a little bit, to be like, yo, this is what we can do versus our own shit. Yeah. So, so when Durk, when Back in Blood came out, even when the Nardo Wick record dropped, I'm just tapped into Durk. I'm like, yo, man.
Yeah, his features been crazy.
I'm not understanding what's going on,
like
what's he's on
lately,
but the music is crazy. Yeah. So all of that leading up to this Almost Healed, it amped me up. It amped me up to a point where I didn't like turn into a fan, but I turned into an admirer of listening to him. So coming into this project, I had high expectations because I knew that this would be the project that is going to veer him as far as in another 5 years or another 10 years. What can this project do to keep me being able to be listened to another 5 or 10 more years? Okay. So I kind of figured that this was the project. I mean, look, the J. Cole lead and rollout, that's what comes with the J. Cole feature. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we already know that he's trying to set up for another 5 more years. But with that being said, that's my take. I just think that when I listened to this project, I loved it. Okay. From the lyricism, from what he's talking about, from how he's talking about it, it's very, you can't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like when I hear the project, it's like, yeah, you got your opinions about me, but you can't fuck with me. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
He was talking a lot of that. He was talking that
talk on here.
Like I said, I only got through the first half. I think the first half was kind of slow, and then it started to pick up towards the middle and the ending, I'm supposing. I never was a Durk fan either. his features on the Nardo Week and all of that. Like, yeah, he snapped. So I like him on the features. When he did this song with J. Cole though, when he pushed this one out, I'm like, okay, I really didn't listen to it at first. You know, I seen all the buzz around it and all that, and I heard about the concept of it. So I'm like, okay, he's getting on that type of vibe. So boom, I listened to it, and of course, J. Cole gonna snap on a song like that. You know what I mean? He knows what to say. You know what I mean? He knows how to say it, but I felt like it wasn't Durk's comfort zone. You get what I'm saying? I see what he's trying to do, but it wasn't his comfort zone. So I think a couple of more tries of what the direction that he's trying to go, maybe he'll get it. But for me, that one wasn't it. You get what I'm saying? For me. So anyway, so after hearing that, I'm like, okay, well, here's the album. So I'm thinking that the album is gonna sound all like that. You get what I'm saying? Him trying to be on a positive note, da 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 da, and he comes in with the intro with Alicia Keys, and I'm like, oh shit, this about to get deep. You know what I mean? You got Alicia on the intro, so I'm like, okay, that was dope, putting Alicia on the intro, and then it goes into like the slow, heartfelt, you know what I mean? My pain, I'm trying to heal type stuff, which is cool. You know what I mean? I got his direction that he was trying to go, but
the voice,
kind of like how they say when your fans are used to you being one way, and then you completely like flip onto something else, it's kind of like they either gonna be down with it or it's gonna throw them off a little bit. And I think hearing him in that manner or him trying to go that direction, I apply him for trying to do something positive. You know what I mean? Speak on the things he went through and trying to heal and all of that. I just feel like it was all right. You know what I mean? I don't think it was his best. You know what I mean? I heard his other albums, but I'm used to that intensity from him and that street shit from him. When I think of Durk, I think of that. When you think of Vaughn, you think of that. You know what I mean? But you don't think of, you know, hey, I lie. You know what I mean? You don't think of that when it comes to Durk. But it was cool. You know what I mean? If it's for the culture, if it's for healing and stuff like that, you ain't got no choice but to support that. You know what I mean? But so far, like I said, I didn't get through the whole thing. But, I think it's mid. You know what I mean? Nah,
he definitely snapping on that now, because you're right. He and that goes to back up what I mean by the extra 5 years or the extra 10 years, right? Because now I have to, what I do next, I have to back up the voice name. You know what I'm saying? So he got a record on there called Pill Coat, which is the record that's coming right after the Alicia Keys.
I heard that
so, one. These records, it's a record on there called Sad Song where he's talking about India, and
video too.
So it's like these records leading up to these snapping songs are reasons why he's gonna be talking that talk as far as an I'm the voice or this and that, right? But man, he has a record on there with 21 Savage, and talking about the Quando Rondo situation, and that's crazy.
21 been snapping, yo.
21 been snapping.
Yeah.
21 been snapping.
Like out of not out of nowhere like he ain't been doing it, but he's been snapping a lot.
Yeah.
Like on a lot of features, on a lot of tracks. Like he's been on scene with a lot of
I just
shit
need 21 to make a great album though. Like all the way around. Like I need him to like sit down, because it's either great production, mid verses, or great verses in the production. It's like I needed to come together. And that's what dang, I done lost it. But that's what I felt like was with Lil Baby. Now, what happened now with Lil Baby, don't think Baby ain't listening to Almost Healed and not going back in hibernation mode, because what's the album? My Way or It's Only Me. Okay. It's Only Me Too.
Yeah.
A fumble. A complete fumble. And because it was a production driven, I think for Baby
got one of those voices too that I can't take too much of him either.
It's undeniable.
What I mean? Like
it's undeniable. His voice is undeniable. That's why he's rocked for so long, right?
Yeah.
But see, the crazy thing about it is that was your time to do your next 5 or 10 years, to set up your next 5 or 10 years.
Come back.
He's going to come back. He's going to come back now. But I think with Durk, man, he definitely hit the mark where, you know, of course he used the Young Boy, Beef the Fuse, the 150. I think he's doing 150 first week he just did. So overall, you're calculating sales. You finna hit dang about 450. I'm going 450 end of the month.
He gonna hit that because of who he is.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to see more of the feedback from his album. You know what I mean? I gotta, keep my ear to the streets and all that, and kind of hear what the feedback is, because like I said, I thought it was mid. For him to do numbers 150, whatever, that's because okay, people gonna buy. It's kind of like Drake,
Right?
You know what I mean? You're gonna buy whatever
buying
Drake
into the name.
puts out. So, as far as Dirk numbers, I think his fans just automatically like just bought it. You know what I mean? But I really want to hear the feedback on this. Well, maybe I need to listen to it.
Just go from the 21 Savage record on, because he got a record on there with the Rod 49 dude. And man, he when he get in that snap bag, he really snap it. Because one thing about what I like about what Dirk with this album, he's understanding the musicality. I understand that for the once again back to the 5 or 10 years talk. I can't go all the way in there. I know I got people that's gonna want me to snap all the way.
Yeah,
but I gotta,
and I commend
that's
him
what
for that. You can I commend him for that. But you could have kind of saw him drifting towards that within the last year or so. You know what I mean? Like it was leading up to this. So
and then you got to think about like personal stuff too. Like who knows what this man might be going through like personally though.
Oh yeah. You can tell by what he's talking about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It
personally,
sounds like
he might
he's
be
going through a lot. And like I said, like I feel like this album, especially the first couple of songs, was him just getting it out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Sure.
But yeah, like I said, it's mid. I wasn't used to him doing that, but it was all right. You know, shout out to him. I would love to see young boys take on his album as well.
Young boy finna drop another album.
Yeah, but they were supposed to drop on the same day, weren't they? And then Dirk pushed his back. So I'm thinking like, and it was all kind of talk around that. Why did Drake push his back and da 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 da? So Dirk hyped his up like it was just finna be something. You know what I mean? So that what made me listen to it like this shit was about to be.
Either one or two things happened with that Dirk pushback. Either they was trying to let the Cole record work a little bit more, or it probably wasn't like picking up what they wanted to pick up for when they. Because what I'm noticing now since that since that Cardi B album dropped, Invasion of Privacy, everybody was like, dang, I think she went gold in a week or like gold in a day or something. The album went gold in a day or something like that. And they're like, dang, how? And they forgot Bodak Yellow was dang a diamond by the time the album dropped. So from the sales of Bodak Yellow, calculate that with the first week sales of the Invasion of Property, you put that together, of course, you get a diamond, you get a whatever gold, platinum, diamond, whatever status album. So with bruh, you know what I'm saying? I think he was trying to set that up with the J. Cole feature. Could be. It just could be very much so, I'm not finna compete with you, bro. I don't want that to be
that's what it
the
appears
realm
to be.
Of what's...
Because if you ask me whose drop was better, Young Boy, I gotta go with Young Boy.
It was impactful.
Yeah.
It was impactful. It had you on the phone. It had you tuned in to say cheese or whatever. Like, because Young Boy ain't really, like, you gotta go through weird media ranges to watch a Young Boy live, or because he's not, his alias is never Young Boy. It's always
something else,
your mama bitch or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he has crazy names. Like I think his Twitter name is, I don't know. It's crazy. Like you have to really be a super fan to find what real page is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I like this. I definitely like Young Boy album. If you're gonna play one in the car, Young Boy or Dirk, I definitely go with Young Boy for these last two drops. But
well, since we on music, I wanted to drift to a lighter tip here. I don't know if you've been paying attention, man, but over the weekend, I guess Ice Spice and Taylor Swift has linked up for a record. Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift is the toxic.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Taylor Swift is the country toxic girl.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand this, but she's the toxic of the country.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. She's gonna make the boyfriend record, the fuck you record,
right,
for sure. So
that's
her,
my girl there. I love me some Taylor Swift.
Swift is the girl, man. Say what you want to say. My grandma is, but Swift is the girl though. But over the weekend, I guess there was I forget the city that they was in, but of course Taylor is on her tour right now. You know, when Taylor on tour, she do none but stadiums.
Right.
So she's on her stadium tour right now. And over the weekend, she brung out Ice Spice. Now the reason I'm talking about this is because us as being connected to the inside of the grain, we know when certain things like this that we're watching right now on the screen happen for new artists.
Oh Lord, you hitting the next level. Yeah, you're basically on another level. Yeah,
you're hitting
you're
it.
going somewhere.
They're setting you up for the next 5 years or however long that they're trying to set you up for.
Who is Ice Spice? Who's her label? What label is she under?
I forget the label.
I gotta.
Yeah. I forget the label that she's under. I was watching Academics and bruh had he had said the label because I guess they work together or whatever. But it's an independent label though. I know that for a fact. It's an independent. Yeah, it's an independent label. Because for a long time people thought she was signed under Nicki when they did the Princess Diana remix because it's under Nicki's label. I guess Nicki's doing the Drake thing. I'm gonna hop on your remix and put it under my label. You know how I go. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, I wanted to talk about it because people obviously have their 1-2 about Ice Spice or they have their little, she's going to be here for however long she's going to be here. But, when you see moments like this, when you see that Taylor Swift feature, I don't even think she's 2 years in the game.
Yeah.
Off of the, she's not going to be here long hype. She's still on the, she ain't going to be here long.
Which is crazy because you wouldn't have thought that. But she is catchy and she's trendy. You
know
what I mean? Like, I'm trying to listen more to her rap style and like the way she raps so I can like kind of see like what is it, what I mean, and stuff like that.
What's
but
the connection?
I think it's the sound, her cadence, her all of that. Like it's catchy. It's catching the girls. It's even catching the guys.
Right.
So I can see how they're trying to create a lane for that type of rap.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think what it is that she's refreshing to the ear. Because for the longest, it's been Hot Girl Summer, it's been this, it's been that, it's been the City Girl vibe, it's been that, right?
I can see that.
And I think she's like kind of refreshing to the ear, as in like, okay, pretty girl shit. Yeah, your little boys up like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I like that.
All like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, come on. I'm on you know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty girl talk.
Yeah.
Like we like break it down. We done seen Mean Girls. We done seen Freaky Friday. We done seen the Pretty Girl video movies.
I would rather that. So maybe that is that. Maybe it's just I haven't paid too much attention to her, but of course when she's there, you notice that she's there.
Right.
But I was trying to find this label.
And so with that explanation, it makes total sense that I'm with America's sweetheart, Taylor Swift. It only makes sense. I'm the pretty girl of hip hop. And I'm with the.
But what people don't understand is that's big to be up there with Taylor Swift. That's
super big.
That's really big. And I seen them making a little memes and stuff on it. But some people aren't that in depth to the music to know that, music business to know that. But that is a big deal. You know what I mean?
That's humongous.
So I gotta keep following her. I'm trying to look for the label. It said Ice Spice is signed to a partnership under Nicki Minaj record label. So I'm not.
See that's been the hype for a long time, but it's been a lot of people that's been killing that assumption too.
I don't know. Yeah, I gotta look some more into that. I gotta see what's up with her. But shout out to her though.
Shout out to Ice Spice.
It's not like I like her. I like her honestly.
Yeah, she's definitely her Glorilla. Those girls, man, they are definitely like a refreshing face. You know what I'm saying? To like not even women rap.
We over the city girl shit.
Definitely over the city girl shit. Secretly, I don't think nobody wants to come out and say we're over it.
We over that shit.
Yeah. Well, it's showing it through the music that we're low key over.
But that's a good thing. Like, let this shit transition because it's been like for a while.
It's been like that, and you know what? It probably had to come in for a little fun. Is
even rapping anymore? Or is she just?
Oh, they just dropped the Act Bad record.
Oh, I was gonna say, is she just Diddy girlfriend now?
Diddy's gonna make
because we almost don't forgot that she rap. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Diddy. Diddy's bringing her back.
Yeah, well,
pay attention to what's going on.
Man,
Diddy is bringing the city girls back.
Yeah, well,
this is what he do. You know he's the man now.
Yeah,
but yeah, they just dropped the Act Bad record. Him, City Girls, Fabulous. They just dropped the Act Bad record. That is one of them records. Okay. And but yeah, so shout out to Ice Spice, which is going to lead me into Big Lotto.
Big Lotto.
Shout out to just.
You know what though about Lotto? I think I liked her more when she first came out. Like
without the industry tactics.
Yeah, without that, than what she is now. Like I don't know. She's kind of like irking me right now. Like when I see her and when I see her post, I'm like,
presence. She's trying to be too much.
Yeah, and I'm just like, well, what happened to Lotto? You know, when she had that long ass green hair on her, like, you know what I mean, posted up in front of the studio board, had the long ass green hair and shit, just looked at hood, just looked at regular.
Right. Right.
Now all of a sudden it's like, I get it, you know what I mean? But I don't know how much longer I can tolerate that. But maybe that's just me. Nah,
that's just real. That's just, and you know what? I was thinking about that to myself because I was just looking at I think I was looking at the cover art for the Put It on the Floor remix that they got dropping tonight. Her and Cardi B. And I was just like, man, it's crazy what a woman like has to go through like to sell a record.
Yeah.
Not even to like get it played or get people, like, it's crazy what you have to do to sell a record.
Yeah.
That marketing process, that rollout process you have to do to sell a record.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it could get uncomfortable for the person that's like don't want to see it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, like we let's talk about it. Like we on the Ice Spice situation, now the Lotto situation, and it is like for the beginning, it was cool like to see her, a new face in rap. This girl, she's a pretty girl. She's naturally built. You know, they're pushing that now. They're trying to push it. She's snapping. She can rap.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, I fuck your nigga if you ain't watching no more. You know what I'm saying? Like she done graduated to that, and it's
took
like
control over the machine get behind it, and it's over with. And you know, man, I guess that's how it goes though. You know
I just
what I
hate
mean?
that has to be the narrative.
Yeah,
for like,
you see it a lot. You know what I mean? You see them go from one thing to the next. Well, maybe that's just what it is. I mean, it didn't. I don't think it happened like that with Nicki.
Well, Nicki is the blueprint.
Yeah, Nicki was Nicki.
Nicki was the blueprint for sure. That's why she's acting the way she's acting now. Because it's like, I think what Nicki wants, man, is for somebody to like genuinely get on the camera and be like, Nicki, you the reason why I have the fake butt.
They done told her that already.
Right.
They done told her that. Like, Nicki just be, sometimes she be extra. Like, she be reaching. She wants like that constant acknowledgement
all the
like,
time.
Bro, we done gave that to you like over and over and over. But maybe that's just her personality. But Nicki, it ain't nothing that you need to prove, baby. Like
it
at
ain't.
all.
It ain't. And
like, let these little girls do what they doing. Let you know what I mean. Let little Ice Spice have. Let little Lotto be over here doing whatever with 21. You know what I mean? Like leave these people alone. Like you on a whole nother level.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it just don't make sense because now you're at a point now where you just, like you said, you just look away. And it's not healthy for
well,
us that love you.
And if she keep on carry on with that, I just chop it up. That's just her personality. Nicki's still gonna get on the track and snap, no matter what they say. She gonna get on the track and snap. So,
what you think about this Pound Town remix? Have you heard that?
Which one?
She's on the Nicki's on the Pound Town remix. Pussy wing, my Buddha old brown.
Oh, that bullshit.
Pound Town.
Man, what? Don't
they
even
just
talk to me
dropped
about
it.
that.
They just dropped that yesterday.
That's such of a bullshit song, but I'll listen to it because Nicki's on there. But that's such of a bullshit song.
What you think about that? Like, what you think about that song right now, and what that message is to like right now?
See, it's a problem with shit like that. You know what I mean? Like oh man, we were just talking about this before I got out here. Like I almost can't even believe that they putting shit like that out. You get what I'm saying? I get it. It's kind of like, what's that one song that was nasty as fuck like that too? You know what I mean? Like nasty lyrical.
What you talking about? Kaya? My neck, my back. That's on the
Throat baby.
Throat baby.
Shit like that, and I'm just like, whoa. You know what I mean? When I hear songs like that, where it's too graphic like that, I don't know, because then it catches to TikTok, which is like a kid's majority, a kid's platform and shit like that. And I'm almost thinking like, what if your child was walking around saying, "My pussy pink, you get what I'm saying?" Like brown. Shit like that. I'm like, what are we doing?
Just left Pound Town.
You know what I mean? Like it's crazy, but I don't know, man. I personally couldn't. My ears couldn't tolerate that for too much.
You know what's crazy, man? I'm watching Northwest do the Ice Spice interpretation, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, look at this, man. Like the kids are really they're really subliminal to like what's really going on, right? Because to them it's dressed up as fun. But no.
It was like that when we were younger, though. We
It was.
we would be singing lyrics and we don't know what they're actually meant until we're older.
Yeah.
So now we're older. So now we can be at the point where it's like, mother, shut your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just got on to my son today about he came in the house talking about some broke boys. Broke boys, the Drake song.
Oh my God.
I say, you know about a broke boy? I say, you know what a broke boy is? I say, what is a broke boy?
He don't know.
He say, I don't know.
Yeah.
So he like this kid named Super Saiyan that he listened to on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he got like some cool songs. And one of the songs on there is called I love my life. I love my life. So I say, who Super Saiyan is? And so I say, yeah, that's the song you say.
But you know what? While we talking about like that's how we used to be back in the day. When did it seems like now adults and kids are sharing the same
interest level.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like we doing the same shit. Like we sharing the same social medias. We sharing the same things we look at. Like everybody's like intertwined. I never thought about that until now. Back in the day, it didn't used to be like that. Like
it didn't used to be like that.
The older folks had their thing. You stay in their business.
Right.
And then the younger folks, we had the thing. But now it's like, well, maybe that's why. Yeah, maybe that's why the world going how it's going now.
It's crazy because that's the thing.
Yeah.
We bringing it in, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to take like cats like us that have the kids now that was around that time, the last end of it, right? The last end of that time where we had to go sit in the room or we had to eat at that table or we had to do this, had to do that. And it's up to us to kind of keep that legacy going. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but do you? But this is good. This will be a whole nother topic. But do you? Because now you pulling something from one generation. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? Trying to maintain what, you know, the history of it. But then it turns into that, what does that work in a completely different generation? Like trying to do the stuff that we were raised up on and how we did things, does it actually work? But just because we want to maintain it because we thought it was good, does that actually work in this society with these type of kids?
So is it a connection thing? Do you feel like do you feel like the parents are trying to connect more than parent? Or is that parenting? Connecting.
See, this can be a whole nother this can be a whole nother this can be a whole nother topic because we talk about that a lot, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. But it's weird, and like I said, to go back to how we're all sharing the same type of shit these days. That's kind of why we're all over the place. Everybody's doing the same thing. There is no separation like how it used to be. But
what's your take on it, my man? You got kids?
I do. I have a son.
Yeah, but son, how old is your son?
He'll be 11 this month.
Okay, and what's your son's name if you don't mind?
His name is Dominic.
Shout out to Dominic 11 this
shout
month.
out to Dominic.
Feel me? So okay, in this new millennial world now, my son just turned 8 last week. Shout out to King. Man, how do you? Because my son is tech. He's tech freak.
Yeah,
he loves the Roblox. He loves the YouTube. He loves the tablet. He loves it. He loves tech world. He loves outside too, and he loves outside activities.
That's good.
But tech is his safe haven.
I mean, but that's just what it is. Yeah.
How do you balance
Or do you balance?
Well, my situation's a little different. My son's special needs, so he's but he is a tech freak though.
Yeah, see, I think that goes along with the times.
He's a tech freak, but based on what you were saying earlier, I think what it is that everything is so available now. With social media, kids and adults all use the same platforms, and that's why everything gets integrated. Yeah. So there's no separation before the social media. There was separation because old folks had their TV shows, their magazines, their other stuff, and kids had their things. But now that everything is all on the same platforms,
it just makes it
gets homogenized. So.
And you know what's crazy about that? I send my mom Instagram videos. Like if I'm on Instagram and I see like, excuse me, like Haley Bailey just.
Baby, my mama ain't. I ain't sitting. My mama still.
Right, but I'm just. To say what he's saying about how we share the same information. Yeah. I literally show my mom Instagram videos. I like if I'm on Instagram, because she has an Instagram account, of course. But if I see like a video or a trailer that's about to come out or somebody about to introduce something, a funny video, I'm sending it to her on the same time. That's crazy. That's a crazy revelation because we don't even think about that.
Yeah, you're all on the same thing.
It's on the same level.
And then like us being like born and raised in the country is totally different from like city. You know what I mean? Like we got traditions in the country, or we was raised a certain type of way, or we had certain manners or stuff like that we did in comparison to the people in the city. They possibly didn't live that kind of way. So it's just like when you saying that you'll send it to your mom or whoever, Instagram, stuff like that. My mama's still so far back in those times, she don't even, you get what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't dare try to send my mom. What is this?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
she's way back. She's just now starting to send emojis. I don't know who the hell taught her how to send emojis. But it's like some people are still there, but see, these is country folks who we talking about and da-da-da-da. But I also tell them a lot because I got cousins and stuff who sold country too, and they don't want to adapt to this new way of lifestyle tech shit. You know what I mean? But I think it does come a point where you have to transition. But if you still have those qualities and those, you know what I mean, those family members or those generational things that you want to maintain, it's all up to you. You know what I mean? Like I look at people, y'all with the kids, and I'm like, well, I can only imagine trying to raise kids in such a different world than what we grew, because we didn't have any of this. You know what I mean? They don't want to do the type of stuff that we did, like go outside and ride the bikes and da-da-da-da-da. They don't even want to do half of that. So it's like, I don't know, hats off to y'all, but when it comes to like this, like we say, everything being so integrated, and it's kind of like a different parenting. You almost can't even parent them the same way that we were parented because they're in a completely different lifestyle. But anyway, that can be a whole nother day, a whole nother topic and stuff like that. I ain't gonna get too deep into that.
Can I ask y'all something?
Talk about it.
This might throw y'all off, but this has been on my mind for the past month, and I've been waiting for you guys to come back to the studio because I wanted to talk about it.
Say less.
What?
I didn't tell you guys about this though, but
oh Lord,
how do y'all feel about the AI music taking over?
I think yeah.
Like
I think we got on that.
We tapped on it. Well, okay. From the last time that we tapped on it,
it's been different. Just for the last time you guys were here.
Yeah,
from the last time, the upgrades and the updates, right? So,
like you heard the Drake's one, right?
I heard the Drake.
Yeah,
I've been hearing the Michael Jackson. I've heard Michael Jackson on the weekend.
Yes, Ariana Grande,
Rihanna, like all of it.
The thing now,
good or bad for the industry?
I believe it's good and bad. Good because now, right, you have the opportunity to, we always be like, we want to have a record with this guy, or it's always that question when you interview an artist, if you could do a record with a person dead or alive, who you do it with, right? So now you have that moment, right, to answer that own question for yourself, and then tap into the point where it's like, okay, I can now create this record, and I don't even have to go through no estate. I don't have to worry about trying to create a record around what they saying. Like I can create
it's still
a
not
record
around.
around. It's not.
I wouldn't even want to hear it though. If somebody had featuring Michael Jackson, I don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? Because I know it's AI. I know it's made up. I know it's not him. You get what I'm saying? Like,
but how would you know though? Because it's gonna
you'll
get to a point where you're not gonna know.
Man,
You're gonna think Mike was at a time was really recorded that record.
So if Ice Spice just put out a song featuring Michael Jackson, we wouldn't know.
Shoot, Drake got the Michael Jackson feature above AI, right? Before AI, we got the on the Scorpion album. The song is gonna come to me.
Yeah.
But that's a whole. He got a verse and a hook. He has a Michael Jackson hook.
Yeah, but that's Drake. We you know what I mean?
Of course, but I'm just
Drake
saying though, like it could happen to that point, like where it could be subliminal to the person that really don't know what's going on. It could be like, yo, shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? They got a Michael Jackson hook.
I think it's good and bad.
Yeah, I think it's good and bad
because,
too.
like, I think it's good because now these artists you got to put out some good shit now.
Like for real.
Because now you getting stood up by AI, you got to put out some good records because Drake's been the hardest person working this past month from AI.
Yeah.
Drake got 2 albums out.
It's been some fire. But the thing, because I'm an audiophile, so I know. So the way that they record it, it's somebody's actually singing it and rapping it. It's not computer isn't doing all that. So it's someone rapping in their cadence,
right?
And the AI is taking and changing the timbre to their style. So the person that originally rapped that. They wrapped it as an impression of Drake, and then the AI kind of fills in the blanks.
It's still bullshit to me.
But But I think it's good for the industry because it's going to make that real artist put out better work.
Potentially.
I think it's bad for the industry because now anybody can say anything they fucking want. Like I've heard some gay Drake stuff. Like I put it in my ass. Like I heard like what the hell?
Yeah, bullshit. But that's what I'm saying about like you start throwing that stuff in there. People weird, man. The whole business is weird. People are weird. Like all of that.
It's a business thing, right? Because now Guru and Timbaland are going at it now because they're going over the. I don't think Guru is necessarily calling Timbo a hypocrite, but he's calling Timbaland a hypocrite because now he wants to. Timbo is advocating for AI, basically saying, now I can get a Biggie. I always wanted to work with Biggie. Now I can get a Biggie verse or whatever the case may be. And Timbaland has the the elites to come in. Of course, he's going to be on the production. He's going to have the writers. He's going to have this and that. And Guru is like, well, brother, come on. Like, you kind of killing it for us, and you an engineer yourself.
Right.
You should know what the penalties is would that come with. And then you tripped on Drake for using the Aaliyah vocals.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth about
another Drake moment.
AI
Post AI.
Yeah.
Got the Aaliyah vocals.
Well, there's already legal issues now because that Drake song, Heart on My Sleeve or whatever, has already been taken down because the Universal Media Group, the people who own Drake's likeness.
Nah.
They copyrighted it.
Yeah, because now he pushed the envelope for that, and so with that, another tip to Drake, that's going to change the game because now these artists right now, you have to capitalize on your voice. Because in the beginning, they tell you all the time, own your name, copyright your name, or copyright or whatever you got, whatever you like to say, copyright that.
Right.
Now you literally have to copyright your voice, the thing that literally comes from you.
Yeah,
you have to copyright that.
It's a lot.
Like
I'm gonna sit back and watch how it plays out.
But it's definitely gonna because you got to think about this. It's gonna go past music because I was on Twitter one day, and I went on this account, and the dude that ran the account had like this AI guy, right, and he had this pinned video of the AI guy talking. Oh, welcome to the account. Da 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 da. My name is Chris. Da 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 da. Now the guy is this video. Like, wow. And I'm talking about if you, once again, going back to that, if you're subliminal to what's going on, or if you don't know what's going on, you're gonna miss that that's a computer person.
Yeah.
Or a computer image.
Yeah, AI is. Yeah, it's,
like
it's
AI is like it's beyond music. We're talking about music.
Yeah.
But they're gonna do. There's about to be some different stuff.
Yeah.
Like we finna see a different time, and even to be around to even see the development of the time we about to see.
Ain't it?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see this developing for sure.
Yeah, it is.
It
yeah,
is.
for sure. We'll keep our eye on that.
Let's
before we wrap up, let's
what you want to do to Ross? That's the last topic, but we don't got to talk about the Ross. Cause
where we at, bro? Because I was finna hit in the sports since it's game one tonight. But
then let's get into the sports. I'm done with the music.
Let's go ahead and make it quick. So we got game one of the NBA Finals tonight. Denver
and Miami.
Denver, who's the number one seed with the Joker and Murray, and we got the Heat with your boy Jimmy Buckets, who's playing. It's gonna be interesting. They playing in Denver the first two games. I already know who I got winning those first two games. Denver.
Off the rip.
I mean, I don't see the Heat pulling this off to begin with. You know what I mean? Like I don't see them winning to begin with. But of course, I'm a rock with them since they the Florida team or whatnot. But Denver gonna have game 1 and 2 in
I've been hearing a lot about
clutch.
Denver though. This cat at my job, he talks about Denver a lot.
Have you ever seen Denver play?
I have seen them play a few times.
Well, I never paid attention to them until they just played Lakers in the series.
Yeah.
Them boys are good. You know what I mean? They say they got the best start 5 lineup. Period.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it's interesting. If they knock the Lakers out, they swept the Lakers like that, they pretty good. Yeah,
Denver ain't had this run since Carmelo.
Yeah, they actually said that
my first jersey was a Denver Nugget jersey.
Yeah, I remember I had a jersey.
Carmelo,
too.
facts.
LeBron and AD said this was by far the hardest team that they had to play. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a challenge for Miami. I know Jimmy got heart. You know what I mean? He gonna come into it with heart, but it's gonna be interesting. An interesting game to watch.
I think the setup for him, Jimmy, is gonna be interesting for the next couple of years too, because this is gonna set up him to be even greater than what he is.
Mm-hmm.
So now, let's say I want to renegotiate a new team next year.
Mm-hmm.
You got top pick, you got top range. I'm here in the big game, and I got here with, I ain't gonna say no help, but I ain't had no top three or no.
The way that boy Caleb Martin played in that last game with the Celtics.
Yeah,
that's who I'm gonna be looking for tonight from Miami. I guess he wasn't drafted onto the Heat, but
right.
he showed up in that game against the Celtics in Game 7. He definitely showed up. So shout out to Caleb Martin for that. I'll be watching him tonight. That's who I'm looking for. Jimmy, he wasn't at his best in my opinion. So I'm definitely be more focused on Martin tonight. But I got Denver taking it all just for the people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna support Miami,
yeah.
but if we want to be honest, like, I got Denver taking it all. But hey.
Yeah, from what everybody is talking about, I believe Denver is the better team to be behind for this series for sure.
Yeah,
so I'm just going off of what everybody's been saying. I've been totally tapped out to like sports, everything, because man, my grind has been crazy.
Yeah, I feel you.
But what I've been seeing though, Denver is definitely the team to be behind.
So that's where I'll be at after we go ahead and wrap this up. I'm gonna go ahead and head over to watch that game.
Where you going at for that?
I'm trying to make up my mind, like which sports bar I want to really go to.
Ale House.
Ale
Our
House
house is
Right
the
down
place.
there, yeah.
right down the road.
Yeah.
Gonna be popping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might do that.
Yeah, man, big TVs everywhere, right
Yeah,
outside.
yeah,
They
yeah,
got a TV in every corner at our house.
Yeah.
Most
Don't count on
definitely.
Miami though.
Yeah.
How much you want to bet? I'll bet y'all some money they're gonna win game 1
Oh.
Miami?
in Denver.
No, I ain't putting no money. I ain't putting no money on that boy. I would.
I thought you had the Miami
I
on.
would, just because I seen what type of heart, like what
No,
type
no.
of time.
What's your stance on why you going with that?
Have you seen Jimmy play this playoffs? I mean,
when he having a good game.
nobody counted them to beat the Bucks.
Boston, right?
Yeah.
Or Boston.
Boston.
I mean,
right.
they almost swept Boston, but I don't know what happened in those 3 games. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that. I mean, I don't think they're going to win the championship.
The series,
but I
yeah.
think they're going to punch them in the face for the first game because everybody's counting them out.
It's gonna be interesting. It's
Say
gonna
less.
be interesting.
Because what's going to happen is they'll win game 1 and then they'll lose the next 4.
Yeah.
I ain't putting no more than
Facts.
$20 on it. If we're gonna
I'll
bet,
bet you
I
20.
ain't putting no more than $20 on that bitch. I ain't finna lose all my money playing around with y'all in there, Heat.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
$20.
funny.
$20.
That's
I got
funny.
$20 on Denver. You got $20 on Heat. If Heat pull this off, then I cash app you. That's $20.
All right.
no
I got
no
you.
promo. No cash app promo.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's real.
All right.
That's real.
Where we at, Brody?
Hey man, we did it.
Yeah.
We on
So
game.
let's go ahead and y'all go ahead and close us out, Lee.
Close thoughts. Hey man, listen man. Once again, I just wanted to say before we get up out of here, man, thank y'all for rocking with us. This is episode 2.
Definitely.
We just
for
come
sure.
on here, man. We have a lot of fun.
Exactly.
This is our first time doing this together. We done had a run on Clubhouse, and
Yeah,
every time we do something, we get great reception
Yeah.
on it. A lot of people like to hear us talk about different subjects and give out the knowledge that we have on different things. So man, just from the bottom, just appreciate y'all for rocking with us.
Definitely.
Through the little hiatus. Thank y'all for staying strong
Definitely.
and waiting for us to come back.
Right.
And we appreciate y'all, man. With that being
Definitely.
said,
stay tuned. Stay locked. Episode
Stay
3 will
locked.
be on its way as well. Y'all, one love.
You feel me? What's the word?
It's the word.
In the cut, count dollars. Word round town, little nigga been a problem. Little dog chillin' in the room full of monsters. Tell the chef, please don't be stingy with the pasta. Sangria wine, cracking shells on the lobster. Shorty bad as hell, sending props to a doctor. Nigga been away, got the boat steady rockin'.